It's not going to happen for you until you know you deserve it. Once you know you deserve it, it's yours. And that's why sometimes we have to do some deep shadow work. Sometimes that's why we really need to go in there and love yourself better. You need to fill all those dark corners that you have inside you with love for yourself so that you can teach yourself the truth. And the truth is that you are beautiful and amazing and worthy despite any mistakes you've made, despite missteps. You know, sometimes I think we're so hard on ourselves just as humans, and we forget that this is a human experience and we're meant to make mistakes and learn from them and grow and evolve. Sometimes we cap ourselves because of shame, because of guilt, and we don't fully walk around with this embodied love of ourselves of just, yeah, I'm a good person. I'm a great person. Matter of fact, I'm magnificent. Matter of fact, I'm a miracle. Imagine if everybody walked around the streets buzzing of that frequency, buzzing of, I'm a miracle. You know, imagine if that was the world. I was reading a book. I want to say it's The Psychology of Selling. And there was a quote in that book that continues to just stand out to me. And I just love the quote because it was so succinct and it's so real. And it was, I guess it's not even a quote from the book. It's a general sales quote. And I think it was, the best time, or you have the highest likelihood of selling right after you've closed a sale. I botched it. That was a paraphrasing. But basically it's saying like the power of self-belief. Paraphrasing again. But it was basically saying that your level of confidence is the sole decision maker on your success. It's not going to happen for you until you believe it. You got to believe it. You got to know who you are. You have to remember what you are. Like you have to remember, and it can be hard if you go through life and you have experiences and then you don't realize, but it's slowly compounding this belief that you aren't deserving of things. Oh, I've made this mistake or I did this and I have all these things I need to fix, you know, and the world is always telling us all the things we need to fix about ourselves, like self-help culture and productivity culture. What people sometimes don't realize, like, or don't pan out from these things to realize that that is all kind of operating off of this underlying belief that you need to be fixed. Obviously, there is a world where we can hold these two things and understand that we are both completely worthy and amazing and beautiful and perfect chef's kiss as we are, and that it is in the spirit of love that we need to be trying to improve. That's kind of how I see the human experience. You are worthy and perfect and valuable and loved regardless of anything. But then there's this other side of like, but the purpose of the game, the purpose of the experience is to apply yourself, lean in, evolve, and get better, to grow. So no, you don't have to grow. You can live, you can be born, and you can die, and you don't have to grow. And we see that happens for some people, and that's how they decided to live their life. Cool. They're still valuable, objectively. And then there are some people who get really into, I want to grow, I want to grow, I want to grow. And they're as valuable as the other person. Still, you know, it doesn't change your level of value. So if you haven't purchased a house and you're this age, or if you haven't gotten married, or if you haven't had kids, or if you hadn't done whatever by whatever standard or stigma you think you should have done it, you are as valuable as a queen somewhere. There's no difference or variation in people's value. But then you have a choice of how much you would like to engage. And personally, I just think experientially, it feels better to engage, to lean in, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, I won't go on a side tangent. I say all that to say that regardless of who you are, what you have or haven't done, you are so valuable just sitting there watching this video. Like, you are just so valuable. Remind yourself of this very regularly. Remind yourself of this. Saturate your brain with that understanding until you embody it. Once it's living in your body, then you got it. You got to get it to the body. You know, it can't just pass through your mind. You got to get it to the body. Show yourself that you deserve it. Say, let it come through your mouth that you deserve it. I deserve this. I want this. Say those words. Say those attractive words. And allow yourself to have it. Know that you deserve it and allow yourself to have it. That's all.